This club, the Booby Trap on Northwest South River Drive in Miami, is listed in a lawsuit by plaintiff Rodney Jones, alleging that rapper P. Diddy would send him here to recruit sex workers. Rodney Jones, seen on this picture from the document wearing a bad boy's hat, is asking for $30 million in damage after accusing Diddy of sex trafficking, abuse, forced drug abuse, and sexual assault. On page 23 of the lawsuit, the plaintiff reveals he was required to recruit sex workers at this club on the river. According to Mr. Jones, as part of Mr. Jones' sex worker recruitment tools, he was provided with an exclusive bad boy baseball cap. They required him to wear it to Booby Trap on the river as a signal to any sex worker he approached that Mr. Combs was in town and had sent Mr. Jones to recruit them.
We're in a situation that we didn't expect to be, because now we have the potential for criminal liability seemingly right around the corner.
But what about all those lawsuits already levied against P. Diddy?
The first thing I thought was, there is stuff she knows that he does not want coming out, because that is an incredibly quick settlement.
From Cassie to Lil Rod and allegations ranging from the 90s to now, we're taking a closer look at everyone who's filed suit against P. Diddy.
I think we're about to see something on the level of Epstein, Weinstein to the power of 10.
And with multiple federal raids on Diddy's properties in California and Florida, experts say it could be only a matter of time before Diddy is in cuffs.
I want to be clear, I don't think he could be. I think he's going to be. I think anytime you have Homeland Security raiding both of your homes, you know that there's potential trouble heading in your direction.
So do you think that criminal charges will eventually be filed?
Any attorney, whether it be a federal or state prosecutor or defense attorney who hears that P. Diddy's home, both homes have been raided by federal agents, is going to think the exact same thing, that he is very, very likely headed towards criminal charges.
Let's bring in former FBI field agent Phil Carson. He spent years looking into the policing surrounding the investigations into the murder of Diddy's best friend, Biggie Smalls, and that crossed over into the Tupac Shakur murder investigation. Phil Carson joins me now. Phil, thank you for doing it. Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. Thanks for having me.
So, give us the For Dummies version for people who aren't 6 layers deep into hip-hop about what could be going on here with the investigation of Combs.
Well, the allegations are that he was involved in a lot of drug trafficking, gun trafficking, human trafficking, and HSI is not going to try to obtain and then execute search warrants at his mansions unless they have some good probable cause to put in the affidavit, and the judge isn't going to sign off on it unless there's something there. So it makes you think that there's something there.
We've all been assuming, Phil, that this is about drug, guns, and young women or men or whatever being trafficked for sexual purposes. You're saying, yeah, there could also be another angle, which is this older area of concern about Combs' criminality. Why do you think it, and what could be the connection?
Well, Keefe D has always stated that he was going to be paid $1 million or just over $1 million by Sean Combs to take out and kill Tupac. Now, Keefe said he never received that full $1 million, but ever since Keefe was arrested and they executed a search warrant on his house in Las Vegas, he's coming up on trial in June. And when people start coming up to trial, they start talking. And they start saying things that they normally would take to the grave. So who's to say what he might be providing in regards to information regarding Sean?
Now, why do we believe that this guy Keefe D knows anything about Combs' involvement in Tupac and that would be compelling to the feds?
Well, Keefe D is considered an OG from L.A., so an original gangster. I mean, he's from way back in the day. He rubbed shoulders with a lot of important people, a lot of bad guys, was involved in a lot of bad stuff himself. He knows a lot of information. So you really got your people are trying to weigh, because we don't know what this, what the evidence is directly revolving Keefe in his case, and potentially him providing information that can carry over into the Diddy case. So when these HSI agents, I mean, there's a high bar in terms of executing a search warrant on a huge public figure like Sean Combs.
Right.
They're going to make sure that they have all their T's crossed and I's dotted, because they know the national or international media attention that this is going to get, and they don't want to look like idiots. So there's got to be something there, obviously, that they were expecting to find in Diddy's house.
Do you think that Sean Combs had something to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur or the earlier shooting of Tupac Shakur?
I would venture on the side of no, but at the same time, we're going to see a lot of that evidence play out. I mean, nothing happened for what, 27 years, and suddenly something new came up, and we just can't put our finger on it. Nobody knows because everything's under seal regarding why they finally arrested Keefe D. So something new, evidence-wise, had to come out within the last year in order for them to obtain that search warrant and ultimately arrest Keefe. And like I said, he's going to trial here in the next few months, and all that's going to come out then.